Andrea. Congratulations on the victory. Was it just this time keep it out of the Houston judges' hands?
Partly, no. Well, partly I want to keep it out of the judges' hands every time if I can help it. But just getting my hand raised, getting there, and having a successful, exciting fight, that was the goal. And even fighting for that 75K, because now Dana added an extra 25, little more incentive. No, I mean I'm always fighting for that 50K, but it definitely helps.
The submission, it seems like you were going for that pretty much the entire round. Were your arms tiring out at all before you finally locked in that final submission? Or legs, I should say?
Yeah, my legs definitely. They were certainly wearing out on me. My foot, it was getting harder and harder for me to like flex my foot. It was starting to like break a little. She almost got out of it, a time or two. And, I had to switch up, take that angle back. And I just knew I needed to get a finish because my legs were getting very heavy. And I knew that I could not go into the next round with my legs feeling that way. They felt like cement. So had to get that finish.
Then the broadcast talked a lot about how it seems like you just had the pure strength advantage, even in the clinch, on the ground, and everywhere. Did you feel a sense of strength advantage in there?
Well, I mean, honestly, in the clinch, she was very strong in the clinch. I mean, if you saw it, you could see that I was having a hard time breaking the clinch. But on the ground and in the tie-ups, I felt really strong. I definitely felt like I had an advantage overall on the ground, especially.
In the mounted triangle you set up when you took her down, was that something you knew you were going to go for, or just you saw it in there and that's where you went?
Man, I've been practicing a couple of things, but honestly, like warming up in the back, Tony and I were going over some things, and that really that setup happened. It happened naturally in the back, and it happened naturally in the fight. And what you work is what happens. I mean, sometimes it just plays out perfectly, and it just happened to play out perfectly for me.
And the crowd finally back in attendance. What did you make of the full capacity? It's a lot of fans, even for an early prelim.
Man, I'm excited to have the fans back. The energy was there for this fight. My last fight in Vegas, I just felt like there was no energy. I felt flat, and I think not having the crowd there really played a part because I feed off of the energy of the crowd, I feel like. And man, tonight it felt so good, just walking out, standing there, like having the fans yell at me and wave to me and like trying to shake my hand and wish me good luck, and even coming back after the fight, everybody wanting to take pictures and stuff. It really means a lot, and it really helps, I think, with the fights. I mean, as you can see, everyone's getting a finish tonight. I don't know if it has to do with the fans or the bonus, but it's something.
And finally, in terms of your career, is there any names you want next, or when you want to return after that win?
I'm willing to return as soon as possible. I feel great, and I want to get a couple of fights in, before the end of the year. And as far as names, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about the rankings. I'm not going to worry about any of that. I just want to get out there and fight, and whoever it is who it is. I just want to stay on this win streak. I'm back on. Okay, it's not a win streak. I got one win. But I want to stay out of that losing streak. So I don't want that to happen again. I just want to get back out there and fight again.
Andrea, back here. Mm-hmm. Would you say this is your best performance in the octagon since you've been in the UFC today?
I would say so. I mean, it is my first finish in the UFC, so I would certainly say so. And I felt like my mind was there completely. Like I could hear my corner, and I was doing everything that my corner was saying, and I felt like I was in the fight. My mind wasn't somewhere else.
How much did training in Denver help you out in front of the crowd and being, you train at altitude, you don't have altitude in Texas. Did that give you an extra boost when you were feeling the legs burned out towards the end of the second round?
I guess it did. I mean, I didn't, in the last couple of fights, I felt really exhausted and fatigued, and I trained hard for every fight. But maybe, training the altitude, maybe it really did help me a little bit. I felt good. I felt like after the first round, I didn't feel tired. I mean, I didn't even feel like that round was over when it was over. I mean, it went so quickly, the first round did, and I was breathing normally, and I felt fine. So maybe yes, maybe the altitude did help.
You say you don't care who you fight next. Do you care how quickly you get back? When would you like ideally to come back?
I want to get back in I don't want to turn around and fight next weekend, obviously. I mean, I can't because I'm suspended for 7 days. But I do want to turn around and fight quickly. But I know Tony has a fight coming up, so I want to focus on that. And that's in July. So, maybe after that.
Do you think you need a top 5 person, regardless of who it is? Do you want a top 5 person?
Man, I don't care. I'm just excited to get back out there, and I want to just enjoy being a fighter and being part of the UFC.
You certainly didn't seem to show any extra pressure on your shoulders, but a lot of fighters coming in with it after a few losses on the record seem to have a little pressure, want to go out there and really making an effort to solidify that victory. Did you feel any extra pressure coming in here today?
Oh, I felt pressure, yes. Just not. I just constantly telling myself, I'm getting my hand raised. I'm gonna win. I'm not losing this fight. I kept telling myself, like, I'm the best. I'm the threat. She's fighting me. I'm not fighting her. And just telling myself this over and over in my mind. But yes, there was pressure because I am fighting Antonina. She's an incredible fighter. She's a big name. And she's incredibly well-rounded, and she gets better, and she's gotten better and better. And there's pressure, and I just knew that I needed to get out there and get my hand raised. And more importantly, I just wanted to get out there and be exciting for the fans, and I hope it was exciting. It's not fun to watch somebody sit in a triangle for 4 minutes, but that part is what it is.
It was still actually pretty exciting to watch it, to see if you're going to get it.
Well, thank you.
And just finally going back, you even kind of mentioned yourself. You said Antonina, she was coming in with a big name. Even the commentary, sometimes it feels like you could see like it sort of swayed in one particular direction. Mm-hmm. Do you feel that people were coming in too high on her and maybe were overlooking you going into this fight?
Honestly, I did not pay attention to any of that. I don't even know what the statistics were. I don't know where. I don't know if I know I was the underdog for sure, but I wasn't paying attention to any of that. I wasn't listening to anything, either with what the commentators were saying or any of the build up to the fight. It just mattered for me to go out there and prove everybody that I belong in the top 10, and that just because I've had 3 losses, 3 close decisions, that it doesn't mean that I'm not still a threat in the division. I am, and I hope that I just proved that.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Bye.